Welcome. During this event, please pay attention to the following safety induction protocols. Make sure your seating position feels comfortable and does not have potential to cause spinal problems. Adjust the lighting of your computer or smartphone screens so that your eyes are comfortable. Make sure the stove, lamp, air conditioner and other electrical equipment are in the safe condition and do not have potential to cause a fire. Make sure you know the emergency response procedure when there is an emergency such as fire and earthquake. In the event of an earthquake, please stay calm and observe your surroundings. Avoid walls and windows. Immediately take cover under a table, a chair, or sturdy construction to protect your head and body until the earthquake completely stops. If fire occurs, extinguish it immediately with available fire extinguisher. But if it is not possible, please immediately evacuate and contact the fire department. In every emergency situation, you must remain calm and always be alert. Immediately get out of the room or building by following the evacuation sign and gather at the available gathering point. Please don't carry heavy loads and take off your high-heeled shoes. By knowing safety induction early, we can avoid accidents. Have a fruitful discussion. Thank you.
GreenMetric World University Rankings is Universitas Indonesia's initiative to promote sustainability in universities and involve stakeholders in any kind of efforts to create a sustainable environment for the universities and beyond. Since 2010 until 2023, our rankings have attracted the active participation of 1,183 universities representing 84 countries. Through 39 indicators and 6 criteria, GreenMetric carefully evaluates the university's environmental commitment and initiative. We strive to encourage sustainability practices, provide sustainability-related services and facilitate international partnerships on sustainability.
As a global network of universities concerned with sustainability, we seek to advance the efforts of our members in contributing to global society by shaping higher education and research on sustainability, creating global sustainability leaders and partnering on solutions to sustainability challenges.
Join us to achieve a sustainable future.
On behalf of the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman, 5th LASU, Lagos State University Governing Council, Sir David Olabanji Sumoni, FCA, KJW, and members of the LASU Governing Council, the Vice Chancellor, and the convener of today's meeting, Professor Ibiyemi Ibilola Olatunji Bello, MNI, NPOM, who doubles as a convener and chief host for today's event, our distinguished members of the University Management, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Olufunsho Omobiton, Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Adenike Omotunde Buyo, the Registrar, Mr. Emmanuel Efanu, Bossa, Mr. Saib Babatunde Olayinka, and University Librarian, Dr. Mawumi O. Makide. I heartily welcome our special guest and chairperson of UI GreenMetric, Professor Dr. Riri Fitrisari, and other guest speakers on the UI GreenMetric team, talking about Dr. S.S. Junaidi, who will join us very shortly due to the bad weather, will join us shortly, and Dr. S.T. Ioma Water, both being vice chairman of UI GreenMetric World University Rankings, our respected vice chancellors and their representatives at this event, directors of research centers in the Nigerian universities, other participants from sister and other Nigerian universities and tertiary institutions, friends of LASU and other invited guests to the maiden UI GreenMetric National Workshop for universities in Nigeria, which is proudly hosted by the Lagos State University. And the national coordinator for all UI GreenMetric activities in Nigeria. The UI GreenMetric is an annual international ranking of the sustainability performance of universities across the globe. The universities are given a score reflecting their efforts in reducing the ecological footprint of the university and sustainability education and research. The ranking was founded by Professor Dr. Riri Fitrisari, who doubles as the chairperson of the UI GreenMetric World University Rankings and one of the speakers at today's event. The UI GreenMetric World University Ranking was launched in the year 2010 by the University of Indonesia to promote sustainability in higher education institutions and allow comparisons between them. Since then, the number of participants has grown and the methodology has been refined based on the feedback from participating universities. We can probably say that around about 1,183 universities participated in the 2023 edition of the UI GreenMetric World Ranking. Today's national workshop shall commence with an opening addresses from our convener and chief host, the Vice Chancellor, Lagos State University, talking about Professor Ibiyemi Bilolalatunji Bello, MNI, MPOM, and the founder and chairperson of UI GreenMetric University World Ranking, Professor Dr. Riri Fitrisari. This will be followed by the first scientific session, which shall feature a scientific presentation titled Introduction to UI GreenMetric and UI GreenMetric World Ranking Network from our very first guest speaker, Dr. S.S. Junaidi, who is also the chairman of UI GreenMetric World University Rankings. This shall be followed by another scientific presentation titled Exploring Sustainable Initiative Amongst UI GreenMetric member universities. This will be anchored by the second guest speaker, Dr. S.C. Iyoma Suwata, also a vice chairman on the UI GreenMetric World University Ranking. This session will be shared by no other person but the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic of Lagos State University, Professor Olu Funsho Omobinton. The second session, which is a wrap-up session, will be shared by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Lagos State University, Professor Adenike Omotunde Boyo, and will feature presentation from the host university. This presentation, which is titled Lagos State University's Journey and Best Practices to Become a Sustainable Campus, will be delivered by my humble self on behalf of Lagos State University. We surely look forward to a swell time listening to this great presentation from our distinguished speakers. My name is Professor Adejunwa Adewale Adeneye. I'm your host for today's event. Thank you. So we now move to the program properly. I had the pleasure of inviting Professor Riri Fitrisari to give us an opening remark. This will be followed by the remark by the Vice Chancellor and the chief host, for today's event, who will join us shortly. She's currently giving another keynote speech at another event. We started much more earlier than this program. She'll join us.
I'm with you now.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, with the Vice Chancellor being present now, I now invite the Vice Chancellor of the Lagos State University, Professor Ibiyemi Ibilola Olatunji Bello, MNI, NPOM, to give our opening remark and welcome us to today's event. You have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Professor Adeneye. I want to welcome every one of you to this meeting. I'm particularly excited to see the Indonesia people, the organizers, and I don't know how to go about the protocol. So I'll just start with ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates and distinguished guests and participants. As the Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, it is my utmost pleasure to welcome you all to the first national workshop on UI GreenMetric for universities in Nigeria. Your attendance here marks a pivotal moment in our collective commitment towards sustainable development in higher education. Briefly, the UI GreenMetric is an annual international ranking of the sustainability performance of universities that uses 6 key performance indices, namely setting and infrastructure, energy and climate change, waste, water, transportation, and education and research. Today's workshop is a collective effort to share best practices, exchange ideas, and collaborate on new initiatives to make our universities more environmentally friendly. By coming together to discuss and learn from each other, we can create a network of like-minded individuals who are committed to making a positive impact on our environment. As it's made 6 universities participated. California, United States of America came in first. The number of participating universities grew to nearly 1,200 in year 2023, encompassing universities in Nigeria. Nigeria and particularly Lagos State stands as a beacon of excellence and innovation. Our state, with its vibrant culture and dynamic economy, serves as an ideal backdrop for this crucial dialogue in sustainability. Moreover, LASU, nestled in the heart of this aquatic splendor, prides itself on being the epitome of academic excellence and environmental stewardship. Today, I stand before you to affirm LASU's unwavering readiness to partner with UI GreenMetric and align ourselves with its core values and requirements. We recognize the imperative to integrate sustainability into every facet of our institution, from our academic curriculum to our operational practices. Following an invitation from UI GreenMetric to join global movements for the Global Best Sustainability Practice in September 2022, LASU participated in the UI GreenMetric World University Ranking for the first time, for which LASU was ranked the 799th in the world and leading West African most sustainable university in 2022. Amongst other 1,200 universities that participated in the ranking. In the year 2023, LASU's ranking status improved from 799 to 761st in the world, 21st in Africa, and remained the best in West Africa. In recognition of LASU's determination and commitment to the realization of UI GreenMetric's set goals, LASU was elected the national coordinator for UI GreenMetric activities in Nigeria and a member of UI GreenMetric's steering committee. So on behalf of the chairman and other members of the Governing Council, management staff and students of LASU, I want to especially thank the UI GreenMetric founder and chairperson, Professor Riri Fitri-Sari, and her steering committee members for this great honor done to LASU. I want to assure you that LASU is poised to embrace the 6 indicators and parameters more than ever before. The achievement has further improved our change, waste management to water conservation, and transportation to education. We are committed to enhancing our performance in each domain. By doing so, we aim not only to elevate LASU's standing on the global stage, but also to fulfill our responsibility as stewards of the environment. Permit me to use this opportunity to appeal to and encourage other universities in Nigeria to embrace the UI GreenMetrics agenda for a sustainable world. Together, let us embark on this journey towards a more sustainable future, where universities like LASU lead by example and inspire positive change worldwide. I thank you all for being part of this workshop. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, my Vice Chancellor, for the wonderful opening remarks you just made. May I use this opportunity to invite the founder and the chairperson of UI GreenMetric World University Ranking, Professor Riri Fitri-Sari, to equally give our opening remarks. You have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you, Professor Adijuwon Adeneye. Thank you, everyone. Especially, I would like to greet the Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, Professor Ibiyemi Olatunjibelo. Thank you very much for your nice, very important remark, which stated that green and sustainable campus in Africa is one of your major concerns to improve the quality of education and the facilities of a higher education institution in Nigeria. I would like to greet you and welcome you to the first national workshop on UI GreenMetric for universities in Nigeria. When Dr. Junaidi and Ms. Sabrina told me that we eventually meet this afternoon, I said that, oh, I wish that we could directly create the workshop in Nigeria, in Lagos, in person, so that maybe we can come and visit, because I will tell you more later on how we have come from one achievement to another achievement during the last 14 years of UI GreenMetric history. Welcome everyone once again. I think that it's not only you are not only from Lagos State University, but I would like to greet Professor Olufunso Omobitan. Also, you've been here from the beginning, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic Matters from Lagos State University, and Professor Adenike Oboyo, Deputy Vice Chancellor for Administration, and also Professor Adijuwon Adeneye, the Director of Research and Management from Lagos State University. Also today, Dr. Junaidi and Dr. Nyoman, the Vice Chair of UI GreenMetric, are here with us. But it's very outside, it's very windy and also rainy, so that Dr. Junaidi have problem, I think, at home, but it's never been like this before when we have this kind of meeting, but it's okay. So I would like also to greet all these attendees from Lagos State University and probably from Atsu, Mobi, I can see some friends from Philippines, Urdaneta City University. And I've also called and forward to some YouTube from to some WhatsApp group that might be covering other parts of Africa. I'm very delighted on behalf of UI GreenMetric to welcome you to have the first meeting, but actually we have the first meeting in Africa, in Tunisia, in person a few years back, I think 4 years ago. And as you can see, next slide, please. UI GreenMetric is the ranking. We are the first ranking on sustainability. And as you can see that we are 9 years after that, we have the impact ranking of the THE, and also now KS have the sustainability ranking. But actually, ranking is not everything. It is important to note that UI GreenMetric have come to the stage in which we are working together to achieve the next step of achievement to create a green and sustainable universities and to achieve sustainable development goals. So we are member of IREC, International Ranking Expert Group. And next slide, please. As you can see that now we need to have this middle part of the world to be represented more, because we have only 14 universities from Africa taking part in our ranking at the moment. So we hope that with this meeting and also next meeting, hopefully, if we can come to visit you and to put together all the events that we can work together. For example, last year, I think we have friends from your university come up to our meeting in Portugal. And this year, our annual meeting will be in Colombia, Bogota, Colombia. So we have 14 universities from Africa now, compared to 685 universities. So it's a lot of possibility to work and collaborate together to improve our world, knowing that we have the same problem. We share the state in which we have to work towards energy transition, and also combating climate change and mitigating the problems with climate change and other matters that we have to work together. So at the moment, we have 1,183 universities and from 84 countries taking part in this Professor Olatunji Bello. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, these are the national coordinators. At the moment, we have almost 40 universities taking part as the coordinators in each country. So every year we meet and at Saitokyo this year, and I'm hoping that your university, Professor Yemi, could be one of the national coordinators also for Lagos, and also to extend that to other parts of Africa. So I know that there are many flights that goes there, and also you have a close collaboration with many universities. I hope that this is one of the beginning of our collaboration. Next slide, please. So actually, we hope to meet you, Professor Yemi, if you could make it to our meeting in Bogota on the 4th to 7th of June, 2024 this year, so that we know the way forward, in which at the moment we have extended our collaboration not only for green campus, but also green and sustainable cities and communities. So we have something called UI Green City Metric. And at the moment, we are also having a lot of collaborations, such as online courses running from many universities. For example, in this online courses this year, we are working together with Bulan Ajafik University, for example, from Turkey, from National University of Colombia, with University from Ecuador, University from Portugal, and also from Hungary, working together to provide many streams of online courses for our students. Next slide, please. So as Professor Vice Chancellor already told you before, that we need to have this data submission from May to 31st of October, and we will do data validation and we'll announce the result. Last year, the announcement of the result was conducted from Dubai, from the Palm Jumeirah, and from Waldorf Astoria, hosted by Abu Dhabi University. So this year we will see how it will go, but as you can see that our teamwork and our collaboration get stronger from time to time, and we would like to have and share more information through and events through this channel. And WhatsApp actually is the best one at the moment, because after the course or the meeting in Portugal, we have also a collaborator and in WhatsApp group called participants of UI GreenMetric. Participants, which are Vice Chancellor, presidents, and person in charge representing their university in terms of sustainable campus, and also seeing and overlooking into the future of education, which covers more sustainable approach to solve our cities and communities problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow participants of UI GreenMetric workshop for African University, once again, I thank you so much for inviting us, for working together with us, and we hope that after this meeting, we have many more universities taking part of this UI GreenMetric ranking, and also collaboration. And also at the moment, we are also offering something called UI GreenMetric package service, in which you can talk also to our reviewers, assessors, and to see more programs that we can do together. So yes, I hope that more university from Nigeria will take part in this in our collaboration. And Professor Yemi, please let us know what we can help. And also probably if you have time, if you could prepare your paper also to be presented in the case of your university. I've just visited your websites actually. It's really green campus that you have tried to be the role model in Africa, knowing that there are many things that we can share together. So hoping that we will meet you in the next meeting somewhere in our Earth. I think that's all for my welcome remark to all of you. Best wishes, and look forward to meet you all in person and to see more and more evidence from your universities in Nigeria. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again. Wish you all the best and have a productive meeting. Hi, Professor Yemi, thank you.
Hello. Yeah. Thanks so much for that message. Well, we were told that to get the visa to Colombia, we have to go to Ghana. You know, we don't have the embassy, so it's a bit difficult for us. But we will join online. We'll join online. We have already prepared our paper and it's been accepted. I wish you well. Thank you so much.
Great, yeah. Okay, thank you. But I hope that you can be the center of GreenMetric network in Lagos and also in Nigeria and in Africa. So please let us know if you have more university president that you can lead so that we all are working towards greener and more sustainable universities in your area, please. Thank you for your.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We would love to. I would love to with you. No problem at all.
Yes, please join our WhatsApp group also, Professor Yemi, because there are many university presidents and university leaders there. So you can see that they are also sharing information and also sharing achievement. And I'm very happy to be working together as your friend. Thank you very much. Yeah, lovely to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, moderator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Riri Fitri Sari, for your warm welcome and for providing the insights into the activities of UI GreenMetric and all the activities that's involved. I now invite, we're now going to the very first session for today. And during this session, we have two scientific presentations to be made. First is by Dr. Junaidu SS, who happens to be the Vice Chair of UI GreenMetric. He will be talking to us on introduction to UI GreenMetric and the UI GreenMetric World Investor Ranking Networks. Basically, what Professor Riri has just done now. And the second speaker is Dr. Uyoma Suwata, ST, also the Vice Chairman, UI GreenMetric World Investor Rankings. He'll be speaking to us on a paper titled Exploring Sustainable Initiative among UI GreenMetric member universities. So may I invite Dr. Uyoma Suwata to make his presentation while we hope for improved weather for Dr. Junaidu to join us later. Thank you. Dr. Suwata, you have the floor, sir.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, dear colleagues, and participants of the first national workshop on UI GreenMetric for universities in Nigeria. In this session, I would like to share and explore more regarding the sustainable initiative that have been conducted among the UI GreenMetric universities member. And from the last year ranking, we noticed several leading universities who has best practices in each category of UI GreenMetric. And the following slide shows their best practices that can be a reference or inspiration for those universities who are working for improving the performance. In the first category, setting and infrastructure, this is contain the basic information of the university policy towards green environment, including space for greenery and in safeguarding environment, as well as developing sustainable energy. There are several key indicators in this category, starting from the ratio of open space area to the total area, and then the total area campus covered in forest vegetation, in planted vegetation, water absorption, and also the open space area divided by the total campus population. Another indicator, how the university budget for sustainable effort, and then the operational and maintenance activities of building in 1 year period, campus facilities for disabled, special needs, or maternity care, including also the security and safety facilities, health infrastructure facilities for student, academics, and other administrative or public use. And then the conservation plant or animal and wildlife, including the genetic resources and agriculture secure in either medium or long-term conservation. So this slide is the best practice from the Nottingham Trent University, UK, for this category. You can see here there is an annual report, biodiversity policy, which is contains some reporting during the years, how the activities regarding such as rewilding area maintenance, and then the collected rewild area at other campus, city campus, and then they have bed boxes Clifton campus, at the Clifton campus, and also the bug house, hotel house for the some insect maybe, managed by the student halls. And then this is the supporting biodiversity through pond works at Brackenhurst. Also, we can see here the student conservation society lead the wildflowers expansion. So they really manage the environmental, the wildlife species, and the reporting annually through this biodiversity policy. The second category, energy and climate change. This contains the university's attention to the use of energy and climate change issues, especially how universities are expected to increase the effort in energy efficiency on their buildings, nature and resources. So also we can see the several key indicators starting from the energy efficient appliances, smart building implementation, number of renewable energy sources on campus, and then total electricity usage divided by total campus population, the ratio of renewable energy production divided by total energy usage per year, elements of green building implementation as reflected in all construction and renovation policies. And then we also try to capture the greenhouse gas emission reduction program, total carbon footprint divided by total campus population, number of the innovative programs in energy and climate change, and the impactful universities programs on climate change. For this category, best practices from Wageningen Universities and Research Netherlands, they show how the solar panels on Sports Center De Bongert Wageningen campus, and then the windmill park of Wageningen Universities and Research, showing their commitment for the renewable energy sources, including here we can see the heat and cold storage installation in the technical area building, also aquifer thermal energy storage, and they promote the from carbon energy to carbon neutral. So they create how to shifting into the carbon neutral right now, and through the real-time monitoring of energy use of Sports Center the Burger campus, I think, yeah. So they monitor in real time how the energy use during the day and measure the solar energy produced compared with the utilization. And then this also show the switchboard for regulating light, emergency fire system, also for the console for regulation of heating and ventilation. I think this is a very advanced technology already applied, yeah, not only for solar panel but also the wind turbine and the real-time monitoring system. For the third category, waste management, yeah, contain the waste treatment and recycling programs, which is the major factors in creating a sustainable environment. Universities must take note on its waste production as well as recycling efforts. So the key indicators for this category, this is the 3R, reduce, reuse, recycling program for universities waste. Yeah, this is new indicator, actually, new question for the last year questionnaire. And then the other indicators, how the program to reduce the use of paper and plastic on campus. And then the organic waste treatment, inorganic waste treatment as well, also the toxic waste treatment. And we want to capture also the sewage disposal, how the universities are responsible for this waste inside. So the best practice for this category is coming from the Amwelt campus, Birkenfeld, Germany. So they have a recycling center on campus for light bulbs, batteries, and CDs, DVDs, yeah, including. And then the PET bottles and cans, the deposit, yeah, is donated to potable water supply project in developing countries, collaboration with the FIFA.com Aqua. And then they have also the organic waste of the ECB is used as substrate in the biogas digester. And then we can see the part of the ECB's organic waste, greenery residue, is used to produce compost for the students' organic garden area. And then they have the central hazardous material storage. And then food waste used for energy production via biogas and anaerobic fermentation route. And they have also the sewage treatment plant employed by the environmental campus Birkenfeld. So I think this is a very integrating waste management inside the campus. The fourth category, water conservation. Yeah, this is contain the universities' efforts to decrease water usage. Yeah, then increasing the conservation program and protect the habitat. This may include water conservation program and pipe water usage. The key indicators are water conservation program and implementation, water recycling program implementation, water efficient appliances usage, consumption of treated water, also the water pollution control in the campus area. And the best practice for this category is shown by the University of California, Davis, USA. So on the left figure, upper we have the rain harvesting system, yeah, very large installation that they built to harvest the rain water. And then you see Davis also have the Arboretum waterway, yeah, which function as the 1.5 mile long stormwater or runoff detention pond. UC Davis cooling tower using recycled water also provided in these figures. And then the other are showing the typical UC Davis domestic supply well. This is of course for water supply. And then cooperation with the regional water treatment facility, yeah, Woodland Davis. They provide how the water was treated and will be used in the campus area. The last figure shows the water from Lake Berryessa used for agricultural and aquaculture research. Yeah, I think this is represent how they really commit to manage and conserve the water, including the treatment of the water for supply inside the campus. The fifth category is the transportation or the public transportation. We encourage how university's policy in limiting the number of motor vehicles in campus, inside campus, and then to shift the use of campus bus and bicycle to encourage a healthier environment and reduce university's carbon footprint. The key indicators are total number of vehicles, both for cars and motorcycle, divided by the total campus population. And then the shuttle services, zero emission vehicles policy or availability, of course. The total number of zero emission vehicles divided by the total campus population. Then the ratio of the ground parking area to the total campus area. Program to limit or decrease the parking area on campus for the last 3 years. And then the number of initiatives to decrease private vehicles on campus. And last, the pedestrian path on campus. And this is some best practices owned by the University of Groningen, Netherlands, for this transportation. Yeah, we can see the bus campus operated around the campus area, and then the University of Groningen campus bikes. Yeah, they provide the free campus bike and how the parking area for the bicycle, and then they have the bikeway or route, yeah, for the zero emission vehicles, the bicycle, and also Duisburg Pond with new plateau and park setting, yeah, and the new facilities is the hiking trails for lunch and walks, yeah, provided inside the campus. The sixth category, education and research, how to capture the university effort in creating and supporting the new generation concerned with sustainability issues. Yeah, several key indicators are the ratio of sustainability courses to total courses subject. Then the ratio of sustainability research funding to total research funding. And then the number of scholarly publication on sustainability, number of events related to sustainability, and this is the new indicator, number of activities organized by student organization related to the sustainability per year. And then university run sustainability website, including also the sustainability report, and then number of cultural activities on campus. And next, the number of university sustainability programs with international collaboration. This is also a new indicator for the last year questionnaire. And then number of sustainability community service project organized by and or the students. Yeah? And the last, number of sustainability related startup. And the best practice for this category shown by the Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León, Mexico. Yeah, they have several activities to promote sustainability with student participation. Yeah, for the 2022 data, I guess. Yeah, such as conference on composting and gardening at home, and then conference mitigation and climate change, and then the training course for leader promoting sustainability, including the campaign of recovery of natural environment in La Sila River. So they claim that they have 133 students association linked to sustainability issue, and then in 2022 there are 73 activities were carried out to promote sustainability with student participation, yeah, as shown in the table, and more than 27,000 participants and activities para sustainability. Yeah, so there are 27,000, more than 27 participants, yeah, who are taking part actively in this sustainability effort in the campuses. So from those 6 samples of best practices shown by the leading universities on each category of UI GreenMetric, at least can bring some inspiration and maybe the learning project, yeah, how they can create sustainable effort through activities, concrete activities, and some installation or some buildings that relate with the indicators for each category of UI GreenMetric. And we believe, of course, the Nigerian universities to some extent has several action, yeah, sustainable effort to create, to provide some activities that really concern with the sustainability issues in the campuses. And several examples can be found also maybe from neighbor universities, yeah, who are also participating in the UI GreenMetric. So through these links, you can find some information, yeah, such as methodology of the UI GreenMetric ranking, and then the guideline. I think this is important also, how the indicators, explanation, and the evaluation, self-evaluation can be estimated through this guideline. And also we provide the template evidence so that those best practices can be resumed, summarized in the template of evidence, and supporting the questionnaire data submitted. And you can see also through the link of the UI GreenMetric website regarding the ranking last year, 2023, yeah, that can be filtered by region, by country, by category, so that you can find which universities are leading in this sector, in this category, yeah? So that you can adapt what is the best practice and can be implemented in respective campuses. I think that's all that I can share in this session. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any question, you can contact Ms. Sabrina Hikmah Ramadianti as the coordinator for program communication and partnership. We hope that more universities from the Nigeria can participating the UI GreenMetric ranking in this year. See you. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you very much for the wonderful insights which you just provided, Dr. Suwamata. We heartily thank you for that insight. That session was actually shared by the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, DVC Academics, talking about Professor Olufunsho Mobinto. We'll not be able to take questions now, but what we intend to do is to compile all the questions, all the concerns, or contribution you want to make till the end of the presentation so that we can take them holistically. Thank you very much. You can also type in your questions into the chat box so that we'll be able to compile all of this and address them appropriately. So we are on to the wrap-up session now. Like I promised, we're not going to waste much of your time because we know everybody is busy. We have a wrap-up session which should now be shared by Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Lagos State University, Professor Adenike Omotunde Boyo. She will share the session, and I warmly welcome her to the floor. Thank you, ma'am. You have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Professor Adejuwa Adenaye. It has been a very wonderful morning. At this point in time, this afternoon, listen to all the contributions and all what has to be done for the UI metrics. But at this session, I'm going to present Professor Adejuwa Adewale Adenaye, who is the Director of Research and Management in Lagos State University, and is going to present his own paper, which is titled Lagos State University Journey and BA Practices to be a Sustainable Campus. The floor is for you now, Professor Adejuwa, to do your presentation. Adenaye, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I thank you for the warm introduction, ma'am. So I want to make my presentation. Just give me a few minutes. Let me sort it out here. Okay, I'm not on. So thank you very much, ma'am. I'll be making the presentations on behalf of Lagos State University, and the presentation title is Lagos State University's Journey and Best Practices Towards a Sustainable Campus. Our university being the national coordinator and the one championing the activities of GreenMetric in Nigeria. Again, I want to join the Vice Chancellor to thank the leadership of your GreenMetric for counting us worthy of this position. So in doing the presentation, I want to talk briefly about Lagos State University and what Lagos State University is all about before I delve into the activities we've been embarking upon towards a sustainable environment. Lagos State University, which is popularly known as LASU, was established in December 1983 by the enabling law of Lagos State University for the development, for the advancement and learning and establishment of academic excellence, with its motto being for truth and service. It operates a multi-campus and residential public. It is a multi-campus and residential public university with 4 fully owned campuses at the urban cities of Ojo, where the main campus is situated, Ikeja campus, where we see and highlight health sciences, engineering, schools of agriculture and environmental sciences, and then the Badagry science at Badagry campus, where School of Basic and Advanced Studies, LABSA, is situated. The university operates a smoke-free policy and has a zero tolerance to gender violence and abuse and any other form of discriminatory acts. The university is currently being administered by a management team comprising of the Vice Chancellor, and who incidentally is a convener and the chief host for today's event, Professor Ibiyemi Ibilala Latunji Bello, PhD, MNI, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Olufunso Mobito, Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Adenike Oboyo, the Registrar, and Secretary to LASU Government Council, Mr. Emmanuel Efano, Bossa, Mr. Said, Babatunde Olayinka, and the University Librarian, Dr. Mawumi O. Makinde. The university has a student population of over 35,000 and nearly 5,000 staff, full-time academic staff being about 1,055. The university offers diploma, degree, and postgraduate programs, MSc, MPhil, PhD, and PhD, including professional postgraduate programs like MBA, Masters in Business Administration, Masters in Public Administrations, Masters in Public Health, Doctor of Business Administration, Doctor of Public Administration, Doctor of Education, and Doctor of Social Works. etc. In the year 2020, LASU ranked the second best university in Nigeria and ranked among the top 600 universities in the world by the Times Higher Education ranking. In 2021, it ranked the best young university in Nigeria by the Times Higher Education, having been below 50 years since its establishment, and was the only state university included in the Times ranking for the year 2023. In December 2023, LASU ranked the best state university and ninth best overall in all Nigerian universities by the AD Scientific Index ranking. About the settings and infrastructure available in LASU, the geospatial information of LASU is as provided. Like I said, the permanent site is located in Ojo, Lagos State on latitude 6 degrees 2756 north and longitude 3 degrees 12.5 east. And of course, it operates under a tropical wet weather, has a total campus area of about 8,832,200 square meters, and building of 995,323 square meters. The total campus building area is at 1,110,680 square meters, and the total campus area covered in forest is 41,600 square meters, which is less than 2% of the total area of the university, of the campus. And it has a total campus area covered with planted vegetation of 23,500, which is less than 10%. And of course, the campus water absorption is 1,290 square meters, again, which is less than 2% of the total area of the university. Concerning the security system, LASU is equipped with state-of-the-art security system. It prides in its well-trained, well-equipped on-campus security personnel, known as campus marshal. The security operations of these men are supported with state-of-the-art security gadgets such as handheld body scanner, handcuffs, body cams, restrainers, firearms when the need arises, and strategically located CCTV security system. Again, I've shown here a diagram of a 24/7 operational outdoor CCTV camera, which is actually placed on Ojo campus. Again, here is the operational outdoor CCTV, indoor CCTV system in Ojo campus. Again, here you have a full body scanner and other security check-in gadgets at the post at the entrance of Babatunde Raji Fashola Senate building, where the administrative building of Lagos State University is situated. As part of the security, we have a fire system that is, the university is well equipped with the state-of-the-art fire alarm systems and response systems, which are assessed and certified for functionality by both the state and federal fire services periodically. Staff training and drilling on fire response time are equally conducted from time to time. Again, this is what is being shown here. The LASU is equally equipped with nursing and CRES facilities for nursing and breastfeeding mothers. Services are provided within the operational hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. And the use of these facilities are available at highly subsidized and pocket-friendly rates. LASU is equally equipped with health facilities that provide services for both cold and emergency cases to both students and staff. And the facility operates 24-hour services all day of the week, including public holidays. Where referrals are needed, there are efficient and timely referral systems. Patients are efficient and timely referred to adjoining secondary and tertiary health institutions. Concerning the student welfare, the university, as a demonstration of the LASU management's commitment to the freedom of association and expression of free expression of students of its students, there are student bodies in the form of student associations and societies at the departmental, faculty, and university levels. These student bodies are allowed to operate freely within operate freely, including elections of their governing officers without interference, and of course within stipulated guidelines guiding the activities. Here I've shown the front section of the LASU Student Union Government Arcade, which is the largest in entire Africa, that was donated to the student union body by the state government. As part of the demonstration of the university commitment to, there are ultramodern hostel facilities available on its campuses. Just recently, new set of hostels were commissioned on major campuses, and this has the capacity of accommodating over 5,000 students at a go. So, and also on the Ikeja campus, which is what I've shown here, we have hostels, facilities, student hostel facilities available, and this is highly subsidized, available at a highly subsidized rates. The university also has put in place ready-to-work scheme, which provides opportunity to work for students to work at their free time and earn stipends, and of course, Ghana work experience. The university also has accommodation, special accommodation for students with disability, and this students with special needs. The hostels and services are available for free to the physically for students living with disabilities. There are also special needs facilities available for free movement of people living with disabilities on campus. This includes student guide or pilots, walking ramps, elevators, sign language experts, which the university has employed, as well as interpreters, and wheelchairs that are available on campus. Again, here I've shown here the ramp that would also make way for physically people living with disabilities to be able to access some of our buildings. And I've equally shown here the lifts that are available for their movement as well. So I've just provided an insight into some of the facilities that are available. We now go proper into LASU's path to a sustainable campus. LASU's journey to sustainable development has been anchored by a few designated directorates, departments, and centers in the university. This includes Center for Environmental Studies and Sustainable Development, also known as CESED, Center for Planning Studies, LASU Center for SDG, which was just created by the current administration, and also the Directorate for Works and Fiscal Planning Services. So what are those practices that LASU has adopted towards moving towards a sustainable campus? The first is our paperless policies. Since 2020, LASU has transited from paper-based to e-paper-based meetings, especially as statutory university senate and committee meetings. This has not only significantly reduced the cost of purchasing size A4 full-scale paper sheets, but has also reduced the use of printer and, of course, cost of printing. Student examination, especially for last classes, are now held online through computer-based tests. Again, this transition has significantly reduced the cost of examination and made the examination more friendly and compliant for students. We've also embarked on greening the environment. There is a sustained and intentional tree planting policy of the university, where from time to time, in conjunction with Lagos State Parks and Garden, LASPARK, LASU has been intentional in greening the LASU campus through sustained and continuous tree planting exercises. Again, here, In the uppermost picture, you can see the Deputy Vice Chancellor administration demonstrating to our university committee on the need for us to be involved in tree planting. And I've shown here the area view of some of the plantations that have been made here on LASU. Again, these are some of those plantations that have been made, and the planted trees, when fully grown, provide shelter and also used as dedicated sit-out areas and parks, which are freely available to students, staff, and visitors to the campus. Then the university, there are different on-campus student clubs and associations, such as LASU SDG Youth Club, that are equally involved in sustained effort in maintaining eco-friendly and sustainable environment. Again, I've shown here the photograph. This was a meeting held to inaugurate the SDG Youth Club last year. There are so many of such clubs that we have on campus. We've equally taken the policy of bringing the campus to lower education levels, to LASU Staff School, the primary school, as well as the LASU International School, which is the LASU Secondary School. Concerning energy conservation, the state governments have been intentional in the kind of buildings that are now constructed in recent times. Across the campuses, we now have state-of-the-art and energy-efficient buildings that will reduce energy costs and consumption, and of course improve cost effectiveness. This could be seen in the new Faculty of Medical Sciences on the Ikeja campus, Babatunde Raji Fashola Senate Building, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila Conference Center, and the new LASU Library Complex. I will show evidences toward this shortly. Here is Babatunde Raji Fashola Senate Building, and on the right is the front view of Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila's Conference Center, both on Ojo campus. We equally have the Awuri Laboratory Complex in the Faculty of Science, as well as the newly built LASU Ultramodern Library that I spoke about earlier. Again, in order to reduce the cost of electricity and the body, we've been intentional in using energy-saving equipment, such as electrical light bulbs, light panels, and bulbs, fans, and air conditioners, as well as finger-controlled door locks and solar-driven wash and basins. Concerning the eco-friendly means of on-campus transportation, LASU has been involved in the past few years in trying to reduce the carbon footprint on campus by turning to alternative and, in fact, carbon-free means of transportation. We now have on-campus biking services available, like our bike and trek, scooters, as well as car sharing. Most recently, the university even acquired very brand new on-campus shuttle buses, so as to reduce carbon emission on campus. Again, as a way of reducing the carbon footprint on campus, the university has also been intentional about using other alternative sources of energy. We have here on Ekpe campus the windmill, which provides energy in the mechanical departments, particularly the workshop and some other areas in the department. And we have also developed an inbuilt biodiesel generators, which uses just 30% of biodiesel fuel and, of course, 70% diesel. And efforts are gradually being made to ensure that we continue to upgrade, to move from the current 30% to make it 100% biodiesel driven generator. We also have in place solar panel inverters, which are being installed across our campuses. Again, these are the ones I've shown here in Ikeja campus as well as in Ojo campus. Then concerning waste recycling and the environmental cleanups, periodically we have cleanup exercises involving all stakeholders, which involve the university management team, staff and students. We have student association that are equally involved, like LASU Recycling Club, that are actively involved in the campus cleanup and the waste recycling. Again, I've shown here photographs of our stakeholders being involved in the cleanup exercises on campus. Waste generated on campus are collected and sorted into different designated waste based on their colors and evacuated accordingly to the Lagos State Waste Management and Recycling Center for proper recycling. On water conservation, treatment, and quality testing, rainwaters in LASU are well conserved in artificial lakes on campus. During the drying season, the conserved water are used for fish farming and irrigation of hydroponic farmland. Periodically, these waters are tested for the quality tested for safe use. LASU has a state-of-the-art water treatment plant from where its commercial table waters are sold to adjoining communities at discounted prices. This is an additional effort on the part of the university management to complement the public water supply. Periodically, the water plant is inspected by the concerned regulatory government agencies for standard and quality control. So, concerning LASU's performance in the UI GreenMetric World University Rankings, as stated by my Vice Chancellor, LASU actually got invitation in September, and in November we submitted our applications to join. So we actually joined properly in November 2022, and then at the end of that exercise, we were ranked 799th out of 1,050 participating institutions at that time. In the year 2023, of course, that outing actually prompted LASU to do more, and we had to strategize on the way of improving more. And as at the time we submitted the following year, our performances improved significantly from 799 to 761 out of 1,183 participating institutions from across 84 countries in the world. LASU was ranked 21st best and the very best in West Africa. This is the vision, and this is due to the vision and intentional efforts of the current leadership of LASU, and with the unwavering support of Lagos State government. There is no doubt that LASU is poised for a better and sustained growth and improved ranking performance in the coming years. As I conclude, LASU has made tremendous progress, especially in the area of sustainable environment, due to the vision and unwavering commitment of the current LASU administration to embrace and key into and fully attain the goals of the United Nations SDGs, which UI GreenMetric is equally striving to achieve through its set goals. These goals can only become realizable if we all support the dreams of making our work truly sustainable through responsible actions and practices. Thank you for the opportunity to make this presentation.
Thank you very much, Professor Adeneye, for taking us through the journey of Lagos State University journey and best practices to the sustainable campus. Thank you for this line. And over to you to continue.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing this session. Like I said, we are quite mindful of time. We are very busy. And I know in Indonesia now, which is 7 hours ahead of us, it should be about 7 p.m. now, or almost to 8 now, daring. So it should be time for us to do other activities for us that are still very active, that is still early hours of the day for us to be able to face the rest of the day's activity. I thank you all for taking time to join us. Are there questions or concerns you want to raise or clarification that needed to be made so that I can invite the UI GreenMetric to speak on? If there are, I've not seen any question on the chat here, but if you want to ask a question directly, please, you are free to. Please, can I have you ask a question among the participants? So if there are no questions, I think we are done for the day. I want to, again, on behalf of Lagos State University, okay, I have Professor Emmanuel Adebayo raising up his hands. Sir, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Am I audible enough?
Yes.
You're audible, sir.
Am I audible enough?
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay. I want to recognize the presence of our able Vice Chancellor, Professor Ibiyemi Ibilola Olatunji Bello, MNI, FNLI, FSP, SP, MPOM, and the entire members of the university management for the good works they are doing in raising the standard of the university and ensuring that they raise the standard of our great university. I also equally want to acknowledge the efforts of our Director of Research and Innovation and Management, Professor Adeneye, for taking all this effort to make sure that LASU is placed on the map of research globally. I've seen, with what we have seen now, I can confirm that there cannot be any meaningful academic activities in any university globally without a sustainable environment. So what GreenMetric ranking is doing is equally important, just as we have the Times Higher Education ranking. But globally, I think the focus is usually more on the THE than any other ranking. But there cannot be any meaningful education without a sustainable environment. How can it be possible that as the THE is globally focused, maybe recognized than any other ranking? That's my thinking. How is it possible that even the UI GreenMetric will also show up its own recognition among the global rankings in academic institutions? This is my concern. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your observation. Your observations are quite right. And this is, if I may briefly address your concern, to respond to it. This is part of the effort we are making towards placing UI GreenMetric on the global world map for recognition. If all universities, they key into the goals, the vision, and the mission of UI GreenMetric, then we'll be able to have a very sustainable world. So, and this is why LASU is leading in desensitization and encouraging our sister universities and other universities in Nigeria, West Africa, and the entire Africa, so that they can key into these goals and, of course, the best practices towards ensuring sustainable environment is attained. And of course, with sustained regular participation, we can make UI GreenMetric equally visible, even if not more visible than Times Higher Education as it is now. I know the journey has just started, and I'm sure over time we'll get there, sir. I don't know if there are other, Professor Riri Fitri, sorry, we want to share a word on this. Professor Riri, ma'am. Okay, perhaps I use this opportunity to invite Dr. S.S. Junaidi, one of the guest speakers that was slated to speak to us, but due to the very bad weather over there, he could not join us. He has now joined us. Oh, it appears he's gone again. Okay, yes, he's back. Professor Junaidi, please, can you respond to the concern or the comments made and the contribution made by Professor Adebayo before you say one or two things on your presentation, sir?
Okay. Thank you, Professor Adejuwon, Professor Yemi, Professor Adenike, Professor Adebayo, and all distinguished professors and guests. Apologize, I just arrived home due to the bad weather, but I'm here. So thank you, Professor Adebayo, for your observation. So to respond to that, as you may know, the first World University ranking on sustainability is UI GreenMetric World University Rankings. So 9 years later, Time Higher Education introduced the impact ranking. So as you can see, there is a difference between UI GreenMetric and impact ranking. So the difference would be the impact ranking focus on the SDGs. While UI GreenMetric focus not only with the SDG, but also the 6 criteria. The second difference would be, as you know, the Times Higher Education has a, I would say, a bigger resource in order to, introduce themselves more. So it's no wonder that your observation, Professor Adebayo, that perhaps Times Higher Impact Ranking or Times Higher Education is more known to most of you. But I think the difference between the Time Higher Impact Ranking and the GreenMetric is that GreenMetric works not only to rank the university, but we also create a network. And this is this workshop is one of the way for the GreenMetric to, bring all universities around the world to be more sustainable. I would say another difference between the two rankings are in the GreenMetric, we invite all universities to participate in the ranking, while in Times Higher, maybe not all universities can participate in the ranking. So that's the major differences. And as a community of universities who aim to be more sustainable, we work together, hand in hand, learn from each other the best practices. So there are efforts that we are doing in order to introduce the universities with the GreenMetric, and what Professor Abdejuan do or does is an initiative to promote more GreenMetric to universities in Nigeria with this workshop. So I hope you can also inform your colleagues or other universities nearby about the GreenMetric and then encourage them to join the GreenMetric, and then we can work together to be more sustainable. And then we can achieve our aims, that is sustainable university for our sustainable future. So I do hope that answer your questions. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. S.S. Junaidi. Before you came, Professor Fitri has practically made the presentation on your behalf because she didn't want that aspect to be void. And bear in mind the weather challenge that you had, which was far beyond your control. So are there a few things you just want to tell us before we wrap up the discussion and say goodbye?
Yes, thank you, Prof. Adejuan. I have, I think, two remarks. The first one, of course, I would like to encourage universities in Nigeria to take part in the GreenMetric. So we'll introduce the questionnaire hopefully in May. So you can complete the questionnaire until the end of October. So please, take a look at the questionnaire. If you have questions or if you need the password, please let us know so we can distribute to you. If not, maybe you can contact Professor Adejuan, who is the National Coordinator, Lagos State University, National Coordinator of GreenMetric in Nigeria. The second remarks, of course, we invite all of you to participate in the GreenMetric activities. We have almost 60 workshops around the world, and the international workshop, that is like a global summit, this year would be in June in Bogota, Colombia. So we would like also to invite you to join us in Colombia to share best practices of universities around the world. Once again, thank you very much for this initiative, and we really appreciate Lagos State University, and especially Prof. Yemi and Prof. Adejuan to lead this initiative so that more universities in Nigeria can participate. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nigel. We really enjoyed that very brief remarks. The Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Adenike Boyo, wishes to say one or two things. You have the floor.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much, Professor Adene. I recognize my visionary Vice Chancellor, Professor Ebiyemi Latutimbedo, and also the chairman or the chair lady of UI GreenMetric. I just have a question for the vice chair that presented, Dr. Suwaza, concerning the ranking, that is concerning the indicators and categories. So I just want to find out, is there any modification concerning the indicators being used every year or the criteria, or is it still the same that's been maintained for the past years? Because I know they have 6 categories of indicators. Or is there any modification? I just want to find that out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Adenike, for the questions. It's a very important questions. So if you learn the questionnaire of GreenMetric from year to year, you see new questions coming. So this year we also adapt with the new questions. So for example, last year we didn't ask you your target, for example, to reduce waste. This year we would ask that questions. So how many tons of waste you plan to reduce, for example. So for each indicator, I mean, some indicators, we would ask a more detailed questions. So this is for year. So you will find out in May, but the structure of the questionnaires are similar, I mean the same. So there will be 6 criteria and several indicators. Okay. Secondly, in the GreenMetric, we also accept suggestions from our member universities. So if, for example, you have some suggestion for us, please let us know. So just to give you an idea, our colleague in Middle East, for example, they suggest, well, let's say, they ask, questions like the forest, in the setting and infrastructure. So they ask, well, we cannot get scores from this because, there's no forest in Middle East, they say. So we then adapt to this suggestion. We say, well, if you create, or, your forest, plant more trees and make it a forest, then you can use that questions and get the scores. So, that's the example. And then if you learn closely about the smart building, if you remember, so there are criteria, what we mean by smart buildings, right? So in the GreenMetric, if you complete at least 5 aspects of smart building, then you can claim it as smart building. Now, this criteria of smart building is actually a proposal from University of Bologna in Italy. They say, why don't we have a more concrete, criteria of smart building? So having said that, in the GreenMetric, we listen to our members, and then from year to year, we would like to make the questionnaire relevant to all the members, so that, you can use the questionnaire of the GreenMetric as a tool, as a roadmap for your university to be more sustainable. And this is the difference between the GreenMetric and other world university ranking. So, the others, they ask you, give me the data, and then they say, here you are, the portrait. But they don't tell you how to transform yourself. So I hope that answers your question, Prof. Adenike. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. S.S. Junaidi, for the deep insights you provided into answering the concerns raised by our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, Professor Adenike Omotunde-Boye. With this, if there are no other questions, perhaps we can just call it a day. On behalf of the Lagos State University, we want to heartily thank the founder and chairperson of UI GreenMetric and the steering committee for counting LASU worthy of hosting the maiden edition of the UI GreenMetric National Workshop for Nigerian universities. This is a great honor which you've done unto us. As promised by the Vice Chancellor, we are keen on partnering with you and ensuring that we truly have a sustainable environment. So thank you for the opportunity. At the end of the day, I'm going to ask from our from GreenMetric, so perhaps they can make available to us and some of our participants, some of the presentation material, so that they can actually take this back home to guide them and encourage them towards participating, particularly the highlights on the activities you have for the rest of the year, so that they can plan towards joining, possibly attend the forthcoming international workshop on GreenMetric, which is taking place in Bogota, Colombia. And there's one concern which was raised by the Vice Chancellor, and that has to do with the embassy. Unfortunately, we don't have the embassy of Colombia in Nigeria. And the nearest country is Ghana, Kenya, Egypt, or South Africa.
I see.
So, exactly. So I wouldn't know whether there can be special arrangement that your GreenMetric can make to encourage attendance despite this shortcoming from Nigeria. Perhaps there could be an arrangement for an e-visa or visa on entry provisions that will actually be made for these special needs. So these are some of the take-homes for you, sir.
Yeah. From Adejuan, if I may give a remarks on your questions. So
Yes,
perhaps we could share the committee in Colombia to you. Then you can contact them, and then perhaps they have an answer for your questions about the electronic visa and so on.
Okay,
So after this, maybe Sabrina can find the email address or the contact person of the so then you can contact them.
Then the alternative arrangement which could be made, like I earlier discussed, suggested by the Vice Chancellor, is for the online participation. In case you are unable to get, to make provision for online participation, I will be glad to actually make our presentations through that.
Sure. That is the thing that we're going to discuss with them, but I think we have to wait until the latest submissions, and then we will decide whether we can have a hybrid conference.
Okay. So thank you very much. I want to thank everybody, our convener for today's meeting, the chief host and the Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, Professor Ibiyemi Ibilola Olatunji Bello, MNI, NPOM, and our management team, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Olufunso Mobiton. Sir, perhaps you just want to say a word or two before we close, because you'll be very quiet. Maybe you just want to say a word or two before we wrap up.
Thank you very much, Professor Adenaye. Actually, it has been quite very interesting since we started this discussion today. And in fact, as planned, I was to share the first session where Dr. Junaid was to present his paper. But unfortunately, because of the bad weather there, he couldn't. And the founder of the UI, Professor Riri Sari, then took it up and say one or two things about the introduction into the UI GreenMetrics, which was very insightful. And for Dr. Junaid, since he joined now, his contributions has been so robust. I appreciate you, Dr. Junaid. You've given us more insight into the GreenMetric, UI GreenMetric, which is very good. And you've also let us know some other things about the administrative for the forthcoming workshop in Bogota, Colombia, the way we could go about it. If you could not come to Colombia, but we could have a hybrid presentation. So thank you very much. It has been so interesting. And I say a very big thank you to our dear visionary Vice Chancellor, Professor BME Bilola Olatunji Bello, for our opening remark, which was so insightful. And to the founder of the GreenMetric, UI GreenMetric, Professor Sari. We thank you, and I appreciate all of you and the other participants. We thank everybody, also especially the host, Professor Adeneye. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words, sir. To other participants, particularly representatives of other universities, I can see here representative of the Vice Chancellor, Adamawa State University, and we also have representative from my alma mater, Usman Danfodio University. I can see Professor Shaibu Bello. I was actually, when I was having my master's, he actually supervised my MSc dissertation, and a great teacher. I thank you all. I can see representative of Udaneta City University also present here, and many other people that I cannot recognize who have joined us for today's national workshop. I believe there are quite a number of take-homes for you to take back to the university management, and we look forward to seeing you join us to come aboard and join the UI GreenMetric train that is quite moving towards us having a very sustainable environment globally. Thank you all for all your dedication, and thank you for honoring our invitation despite the short notice given. And to all other participants within LASU community, we thank you for making our time to be part of today's event. We look forward to having more of GreenMetric events in the nearest future. Thank you for the opportunity, and God bless. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate
Bye.
it. Bye.
Yeah, leave.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.